Hello, greetings and salutations. Welcome back to the third part of Cooking with a capital C. We return with these chuckle folks for the final part.
Magpie is done asking questions to the guy for now, so she kind of goes, I'll ask a few of the villagers. Under her
You
breath.
be my guest. I'm sure they will have nothing but compliments for my miracle of cooking technology.
Magpie quietly walks into the crowd and looks for some people a little further away from the noise. And she goes, so, out loud, have any of you bought that magic oven, and what do you think of it if you did?
So a couple of the people just kind of look around, like, yeah, we don't know about that oven. I mean, the people we've met that have actually bought one say it works just fine, but you can't get something for nothing, if you know what I mean.
I have the same opinion. And I touched inside that oven. It should be rocket hot, not ice cold right after cooking.
Yeah, I'd argue with it, but I'm not an inventor. I don't know how these things work.
You know, can you point me in the direction of someone who has bought that oven?
And just from the other side, you hear, I can tell you exactly who's bought some of these ovens.
She's just like looking at this robot like, I am not trusting a word you goddamn say.
Suit yourself. But if it will help you make a purchasing decision easier, I am more than happy to guide you to other people who have bought these.
Wow, Magpie's never buying anything from him, even if he's on the up and up. He's actually pissing her off a little bit.
Yes, please do. Show us the people who have actually bought this.
And he basically points out which houses he's delivered these ovens to.
Alright. The denizens of these homes, have you indeed bought this portable crate food and drink smell dispensing machine?
And you get one person that's just kind of in the village. Yeah, we bought one. We bought one last week.
And your humble opinion on it?
It does the job just fine.
But don't you want better?
He's having to shout at you. Because he's in the village. He's not really in the crowd. He's kind of in the village near his house.
Get your damn ass on the stage and talk to everyone like a normal person.
I'm busy over here. If you got questions, get over here and ask.
He's busy making toast.
Magpie signals to Snark that she'll go talk to him. So she walks over to the guy, but she, instead of talking out loud, because she doesn't want Mr. Robot McPain in the ass up there and interrupting her again, uses whisper. Forgive the telepathy, sir, but I'm a little tired of that robot interrupting me when I'm talking to somebody. How do you really feel about that oven? I'm genuinely curious.
He kind of looks at you confused and he goes, it works. Look, I'm a single guy. And for the first time, I'm getting what feels like actually home-cooked meals.
Okay, that's a fair point. And again, she's still doing it telepathically. By the way, you can just think your answers. I can hear you in your head. Apologies for this again, sir.
It feels kind of intrusive.
I'm a little sick of the robot interrupting me, so this is the best way I can do it. I can't read your thoughts or anything, unless you actually send them to me.
But, yeah, oven, perfectly fine. Why do you ask?
Reason, it's just, it seems a little too good to be true, so... And I'll be honest, the robot's not gonna be the Wrong way.
The robot is pushy, but he seems to sell a perfectly serviceable product.
Alright, thank you. I won't ask you to demonstrate. I know you're busy. Apologies, sir. And she walks away.
It's like, man, no, I actually, if you want to take a good look at the oven, I know he didn't let you get a very good look, but if you want to take a good look at the oven, I've taken a pretty good look around it myself, and it looks perfectly fine. I'll let you in.
Oh, that's very kind of you, sir. Thank you. As she kind of signals to Snark to follow her, because she kind of wants an artificer's opinion. So, it's a very clear signal for Snark to follow her.
Is at this point, Snark is basically telling people to move, and if they're moving quick enough, he is deploying Fallen Lip to give it a crack to get them to move out of the way quicker.
You're not making friends this way, but that's not the plan.
No! He's not here to make friends.
So you both go into the guy's fairly small house. It's like a little one-bedroom house.
So, Magpie is just kind of, looking at his oven. Does he have, like, the code book there, too?
Yep.
Snark, can you look at the oven while I look at this code book?
He then belts his helmet a few times to activate Detect Magic.
Magpie is reading the book in the meantime.
Okay. Now...
no, I don't have Detect Magic, no. I go for Dispel Magic. See if that has any effect on the oven.
Actually, Magpie has Detect Magic. Just ask her to cast it.
I was asking.
I just need to look at something. Are you casting Dispel Magic, or are you asking her to do Detect Magic?
He is thinking about it. Then very reluctantly asked if she can do this.
She does in a heartbeat.
Okay. This time you notice that the gem in the console of the oven is radiating very faint magic.
There's some magic in there, all right.
And you also notice that the activation gem, which is on the shelf nearby, very similar to when you saw Stamps reach down and tap the rocks together, is also radiating some magic.
Hey, so those stones are legitimately magic, so we know that part works. She is flipping through as...
Okay, and in fairly plain it even comes with pictures of, various things, but it is basically a specialized cookbook for the oven that gives you just various things you need to put in there, the various food items you need to actually put in the oven, what code you need to press on the console, and that's basically what's written down, and it tells you what food you get when you do that.
So this is how it works. Magpie has an idea, but it's one hell of a safety violation.
Who are you shoving in the oven?
No, not that. Not exactly. Remember what he said. Don't have the door open when you cook. She's thinking of doing. She starts to snark. Snark, what do you think would happen if we cooked with this door open? Because that oven was ice cold when I touched it, and it shouldn't have been if it was that hot. Even with advanced cooling technology.
I think this is all a farce, that somehow they're just using this spell of creating magic in water, or bloody thing's called. And there's no actual cooking going on here. And it deeply offends me.
Here's the thing. What if we try cooking something with that door open to see exactly how it cooks?
I suggest no one stands in front of it.
I'm doubting it's going to produce any heat, personally, but yeah, just in case nobody stands in front of it. So, what should we cook up?
What's the first few things Stark sees when he just looks around this house?
You see basic staples. You see a couple of eggs. You see some milk. It's milk from today's breakfast, but there is milk enough in there to make pretty much any of the recipes in the book. You see a few meats. You see a few vegetables scattered around.
Someone should stick like a vegetable and some oil into the oven.
Stark just grabs a little of everything and stuffs it in there.
Make sure it checks to see like what recipe they can make. Checks the code. Snark, grab the stones and don't close that door. Sir, apologies for this, but this is kind of a guild investigation at this point. Like, yeah, she's muttering to herself this, and she types in the proper code for whatever it is they're trying to cook.
Which is what, anyway? I mean, what did you shove in there, actually?
Wait, what's the recipe for a corn dog?
A pork chop and corn flour.
Of course, you memorized that.
It's got that in there along with some beans, eggs, milk.
Snark, I think we have to follow a recipe, not just shove all the things in there so I can enter the right code.
The guy slippers if he has any. Oh, no. We're going to see what this thing can do.
Oh, God.
Magpie is just looking at Snark like, I am going to murder you in your freaking armor if you don't take all of that out and we do this by the book. Because she wants to see how the oven works normally first. She's being a scientist, damn it!
She's trying to be a scientist. He is a scientist.
Magpie just gets all the stuff out, gets corn flour and a pork chop, puts them together, and puts in the code for that recipe. Just okay, and
you still have detect magic running, right?
Yes.
I would assume that lasts long enough for you to do this. When you pressed in the keys on the keyboard, you got more magical sparks, basically, flowing into the device.
So, is the oven doing anything as I'm typing in the code, Snark? Because I'm picking up some magic here.
Snark feels but he feels he's a safe distance away. Namely, the other side of the room.
Yeah, I have a feeling like everything's like spaced out so they're not like right in front of the oven, so.
So you type in the code, and what happens? A small index card sized piece of paper lands on the corn flour.
Okay. Snark, can you take a look at that before we touch the stones together?
No.
I see how this works.
Okay, since you won't look at it, touch the stones together and let's see what happens next.
Okay. So you tap the stones together 3 times, and the oven lock, you know, we've all seen how an oven latches shut. Well, the latch tries to shut, but since you're holding the door open, it latches shut and, you know, doesn't actually lock the door. So then you see the oven start to heat up a little bit, or you feel the oven start to heat up a little bit, and are you looking where are you looking?
Magpie's looking diagonally at it to kind of keep away from the front of the door as instructed, just in case the robot was telling the truth about that part.
So you have to squint because what happens next starts to hurt a little bit with detect magic going on. Basically, it looks like the entire bottom of the oven starts shining like a beacon for you.
It's cooking it, or does it feel like something else?
It feels completely different than just cooking.
Yeah, now Magpie's suspicions are through the freaking roof. Snark,
And-
what are you seeing?
Does Snark actually look in the oven?
He's putting out his tinted work goggles.
See, for you, it doesn't look that bright. It just does for her because she's detecting magic.
Yeah.
You see what looks like a goddamn portal.
Snark, I got detect magic on. What do you say? This is hurting.
There's a hole in the fabric of space in the back of that.
I knew it.
And as you say that, you
it.
see a hand reach through, grab the index card, wait a second, then reaches in, grabs the ingredients, and then nothing happens except the portal stays open for a few minutes. And after that few minutes, you see another pair of hands, distinctly small greenish hands, reach out and put a little basket of corn dogs on the rack.
Snark breaks out the phone whip and tries to lash the hands.
Breaks out the what?
Phone whip.
Okay, roll to hit, and it's going to be a fairly high hit because you're trying to hit very small targets inside of an oven cavity.
Yep. That is a 21.
21? Okay.
Nice.
And if the target is a small or medium-sized creature, the creature takes so much damage, and it's large or smaller. You pull the creature up to 10 foot closer to you.
Okay.
Okay,
So
Scorpion.
you managed to bullseye this shot. Wrap your thorn whip wraps around one of the goblin's arms and drags it through.
Whenever I play Druid, Thorn Whip is one of my go-to spells.
And you are now looking at a very scared, a lot more hurt than he should be goblin. For what you did to him wouldn't do nearly as much damage as what it looks like he's taken.
Hello, cousin.
Oh. Hey, little fella.
What do you want? Trouble! No! And while he's chittering, the portal closes and the bell rings.
Snark raises his helm. Tell me what's going on here. There won't be any trouble.
Yeah, we're not gonna hurt you anymore, okay? Just let us know what's going on, alright?
No,
sweetheart?
big one, no, big one hurt.
Oh, if the big one comes to hurt you, we'll hurt the big one instead.
Yeah, we're trained at that. It's okay. We'll keep you safe. We promise. What's your name?
Persuasion roll.
Okay, let's see how persuasive Magpie can actually
Dear
be.
God, he couldn't.
Oh God, charisma is Snarks will start at 9. Everything else be decent.
Magpie got a 14.
Snark got 4.
You still beat the goblin. Goblins have a negative charisma as well. Plus he rolled a 3.
By 1 point. It's okay, it's okay.
He's still shaking because, well, you did just hit him with a whip and pull him through a portal, so he's shaken up.
Yeah, let's get him untangled first. So, let's start with your name, little fella.
You don't have name.
Okay.
So,
Number 5. They call me number 5.
Alright, 5 then.
You look like number 7 to me.
Snark.
7 is better than 5.
I think it depends. Semantics. Anyway, 5. What were you doing reaching for that? Were you cooking?
Yes?
I see.
Is one thing number 5 can do well. Cook.
And why are you cooking? And who's the big one?
Big one? Orc. Orc make demonstration out of goblins who don't cook. Orc has big warhammer. Orc has 3 friends in there. Also have warhammer.
Oh, you're being enslaved by a bunch of orcs, and I take it they work for a warforged, a big robotic dude.
Don't know. Don't know who warforged.
The guy in the suit with the mouth.
Haven't seen him.
Okay, so, so this little guy's a slave.
And the little guy's just too shaky. If we took him in front of the crowd, he may not spill the beans on what we need to know.
You roll a perception check on that.
That's a 17 for Snark.
You think dragging him out into public like that would likely give him a heart attack?
Really, only a heart attack, not just, trauma, a heart attack, a stroke, and...
Well, I figure being dead was like the worst part of the outcome there.
Yeah.
You're already traumatized.
More so.
You'd be surprised what you can live through.
Thank you.
But yeah, he is, you can tell he's not exactly been treated nicely by the big one orc.
Clearly. Magpie kind of is just, well, we have our answer on how that oven works. Try to seek with my ass.
So what do you do with number 5 now?
By now, you wait here in safety, okay, sweetheart? We're gonna make sure that you and your friends are free. Or at the very least, shut up one very annoying warforged who's benefiting from your work.
He just kind of hunkers down behind kind of behind the counter as best he can.
Listen, since we must use gobbling through the parcel, would it be possible for someone to go through the parcel?
Only one way to know.
Damn it!
The oven cavity is big enough for a medium-sized creature to get into.
What?
So if you're asking if there's, physical space to actually approach the portal, yes, you can approach through that oven cavity.
Because Snark is feeling like doing something stupid.
You do have a fighter in the party.
Who is prone to doing stupid shit. Magpie goes and kind of...
He has an
signals-
8 wisdom. It's not going to take a lot to convince him to go into that oven.
And Snark has 9.
Magpie... God damn it. Magpie's the one who's like, alright, I'm gonna get some rope to tie to you, and I'm gonna get Yuki and Cyrano, because I think all 4 of us should be in on this. She kind of goes out, kind of signals to Yuki and Cyrano to come inside, and they can explain everything they just learned.
How's the chicken?
Out of earshot of the Warforged.
So you're explaining the plan.
Basically.
Okay? What do you guys do?
I believe I'm willing to cause some mayhem on the other side of this oven for you, and then perhaps while I'm doing that, you can arrange for Mr. Stamps up there to have a demonstration, and perhaps I can make things happen for you to make it more interesting.
His demonstrations are sick. What were you gonna say?
Wouldn't it make more sense if I go in? I'm tiny.
You're not tiny. Tiny's back in the guild.
She means small, not tiny as in the big guy that would not fit in the oven. I could actually pay to see Tiny pregnant.
Technically, Tiny is a medium-sized creature, so...
I am sorry, no, he would not fit in that oven.
Snark just smokes at you.
It might take a few swings from a warhammer, but he'll fit, by God.
Who gets stuck?
Do you have any grease? Yes, yes I do. Then grease me, woman.
Damn it, this would have been freaking...
Yuki, do you think you'll be okay if you go on the other side?
Right now, I got nothing left to lose.
That's slightly concerning, but okay.
Yuki ain't going alone.
Just in case, I'm tying ropes to anyone going in that oven. I'll stay out here and make sure the demonstration goes without a hitch, so to speak. And the demonstrations are scheduled, so we don't have a problem with him doing another one. Right after lunch, he's probably going to do it. She's guessing from the right after breakfast thing, by the way. If she's wrong, somebody correct her.
No, it would be roughly right after lunch would be the next demonstration. And for those of you out there, while they were in there talking to, while they were there talking to the homeowner and then investigating the oven, Stamps finished up his display, pressed a few buttons on his bodega wall, and it flipped and contorted back into a suitcase. Which he picked up and then walked back the way he came originally. So now, so who's going in?
Yuki is going into the oven.
Snark's definitely going in.
Magpie is tying ropes to anyone going in, so she can be the one on the outside to pull them out if things get a little hairy.
Give me a perception roll before you actually slide in there.
I'll roll 2 just in case.
Yeah, this is not for the portal itself, but for something else.
That's 19 for me.
19 is all for me.
15 for me.
That is... Let's see here. 23.
You notice that number 5 seems like he wants to say something, but he's scared to speak up.
What's on your mind, my good goblin friend?
It's all right. It's safe here.
They will notice I'm not back. They'll be looking at you when you get in.
Oh, we're aware of that.
There were many goblins in there. All of them like me.
We'll get them out.
I do believe it's time to enact some union action.
We'll get them out. I'm tying ropes to them so if something goes wrong, they can pull on the ropes and I can get them out of there quicker. In the meantime, just sit tight, alright? We're gonna fix this.
I were wondering. We know there's a good chance that Suno could probably lob Snark outside his armor. What's the chance he could do a fastball with Snark in his armor?
Siren's not a strength build.
Oh yeah, he's a dex build, so he probably can't.
He is
do
a
it.
dex build.
I was going to say that's going to be a fairly high strength check to lob a fully armored small creature.
A fully armored Iron Man.
Yeah.
He wants to be the Ladymage goblin, but then that bastard rust monster happened. This is going the old usual way.
Okay. So I assume you guys prop the oven open like before,
Mm-hmm.
and then do you actually bother with the food, or do you just tap the stones?
Let's throw in some cabbage and some oil and punch in the code for a salad. Because this offends me.
Because we're going to toss a salad.
Magpie literally looking at this code, like, Magpie will punch in the code too, so it's probably good that she's the outside woman. She's looking at this recipe like, cabbage? I thought you used lettuce on a or spinach or mixed green, not cabbage.
Unimportant.
I get to complain. I'm the one punching this in. She is punching it in as she's doing it. She just,
And technically, when you find the recipe, it says any leafy green.
okay, that makes more sense as cabbage happened to be the closest one.
So
But, you know,
you put in a cup of oil next to basically a head of cabbage. Punch in the code. You tap the stones. The oven does its thing. A portal opens up. And this time, instead of just a pair of hands, you see a goblin head poke out.
You grab him.
Make an attack roll to grapple.
That's in that one.
You make a clumsy swipe for it and he dives back in.
Portal still open?
Yep.
I'm diving in.
Okay. You dive in. Does anybody follow him?
Yuki.
Okay. You and he dive through. And I'm going to give you what you see.
is side diving in as well?
I was gonna be on this side of things.
Okay, so he's with Magpie. So.
Yeah.
We got a map. You are at the yellow dot at the far north wall.
Okay.
Right now, the goblin, the And you see basically what you see there.
Uh-huh.
All the food you see there is pretty highly stacked up.
Uh-huh.
And if you do the quick math, you can tell, yes, this is basically all the food that would have gone missing from the co-op over the past couple of weeks. It's kind of hard to see from where you are, which is good because it also means they can't really see you at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
But you can kind of see goblins running around at top speed, carrying things back and forth to the goblins in front of the ovens over there, who are all busy at work. And you see the row of yellow dots in the southwest corner of the map. Those are more portals.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are open, and some of the goblin runners are running, grabbing things out of them, handing them to the cooks, and then running from other cooks to different portals and depositing cooked dishes. And right now, you hear one very... something sounds funny. I'm gonna go check it out. On second thought, you, go check out North Wall. And you hear squeaks in response to that. So now what?
I am preparing to cast, but when they appear, web. You conjure a thick, sticky web at the point of your choice within range, which is 60 foot. Web fills 20 foot cube for that point for the duration, lasting 1 hour. The webs are difficult terrain and lightly obscure the area. If the webs are anchored between two solid masses, such as walls or trees, or laid across the floor, wall or ceiling, because the web collapses in on itself. The spell ends at the start of your next turn. Web layers over a flat surface have a depth of 5 foot. I'm aiming to web our greeting party to the floor.
Okay. Yuki.
And then if they get any bit closer and that doesn't work, she will pull out her bandor and play, where was it? Otto's Irresistible Dance.
Everybody that's still on the other side of the oven, make me a perception check.
Alrighty. That is a 13.
Magpie got a 23.
Magpie could hear the orc give the order to the goblins from the other side of the portal.
I think our friends got heard coming in.
Well, shall we cause the sort of disruption that we are best at?
Find Snark and Yuki. They've got something up their sleeve.
Well, I'm just gonna go in just to make sure that they might need some additional muscle.
Guess I don't have a choice. I'm climbing in too. Hope I don't get stuck. She looks at 5. Keep an eye on the ropes, alright? If anything happens, pull us out.
How?
Okay, good point. Sorry. Just stay here, alright, 5? We'll get your friends out of this.
I'm gonna make a
She
roll
kinda-
real quick. Oh, he got a 20 for this. Cool. Me have idea. Me have idea. Me help.
Oh, what's up, 5?
And he just bolts into the portal.
Whoa! My chases after him like, oh shit, little guy.
And at this point, you see Yuki and Snark see 5 run, just come screaming out of the portal, basically, into your side, and he starts to run towards the other goblins and starts chittering away. Meg, I don't think Yuki, do you speak Goblin?
Nope.
Wouldn't
Okay.
Snark speak Goblin?
Snark
Because,
should.
You know, yeah.
So Snark hears 5 sitting here going, "Found help! Found help!" Which makes you can hear some excited chittering from the goblins.
Snark, what's he saying? And
Found
she's saying
help,
this to a
found
whisper.
help. At least that's what it was when you said the daggers.
And then you hear the orcs start to give just you can't tell exactly what they're saying because it's in orcish. But you can then hear them cracking whips.
Where there's
You-
a whip, there's a way.
And you can't really
where
see what
there's
they're
a-
doing. But you can hear them cracking whips and barking orders at the goblins. Because they're behind the meat shelf basically at this point. But you can tell, like, a couple of orcs went over there to start administering, punishment.
Oh, great. What do we do? Let them punish these poor little guys anymore.
Snark's not waiting, he's just charging ahead. Head behind the meat counters. Or shelves, whatever.
Yuki's following straight behind him.
Is there any, like, high spot Magpie can get to like, snipe from up there? Or
If you can
she-
get to the top of the shelves, but that would be kind of rickety.
Okay, not risking that.
There
Much-
is the building off to the far left. It's kind of a ramshackle, but it does provide a roof.
How far is it from the actual action? Because that may not be a viable option just due to distance.
Yeah, you see where the yellow dot is where the yellow dot at the top is where you guys come in,
Yeah.
and then the building off to the far left is the little rectangle off to the far left is a building.
All right. So Magpie just kind of follows the wall to the meat shelf, so she's a little further away, but still close by Snork and Yuki. So she's kind of following right behind, just more, doing the ranger thing.
Sai is here to be paid.
Well, right now the orcs are paying absolutely no attention to you because the goblins are kind of acting up.
So the goblins are here to be bait.
The goblins have no weapons. Except a couple of the ones that can't reach the orc are chained to the ovens, basically. They do have some cutting implements, like knives and such, but they can't really do much with them because the orcs are staying well far away from them.
Anyone got any lockpicks?
Start shouting something that sounds menacing in Draconic.
Are you attempting an intimidation check?
Yes, and you know what? Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not going to use that. But I will attempt an intimidation.
Okay.
That is a 14.
You see 3 of the orcs stop what they're doing and slowly turn around to try to see what's going on, and you see a 4th orc just kind of whip around and double the grip on its warhammer.
Now that I have your attention, be so kind as to tell me what the bloody hell is going on in here.
The one orc that has the warhammer gripped shouts out something in Orcish. And but the other 3 don't seem to want to move any closer to you.
Well, guess we're doing this the fun way.
And at this point, 3 or 4 goblins each jump onto the orcs. They're not actually able to do much to the orcs because all they have is fists, and orcs are pretty freaking tough. But they are basically doing a good job at restraining the orcs from moving anywhere.
Time to duel. I summon my sword to my hand.
Magpie has her bow ready and she's taking very careful aim just so she doesn't hit any of the goblins.
Okay, at this point, give me a initiative roll. Just so I can have a turn order here. Okay, you effectively have a surprise round.
How far away from them?
You are about, I'm going to say, since you cleared the meat rack, you are about 30 to 40 feet away, depending on which orc you're looking at. But the one that's gripping its warhammer... Okay, give me a perception check real quick. Everybody.
All of us? Okay.
Okay.
18.
Perception. 21.
20.
Not 20.
You can easily tell that the guy that wasn't intimidated by the shout is the leader of the group. The leader of the orcs, basically.
A number of protrusions pop up on the shoulders of Sax Pauldrons as he goes to cast a magic missile at 2nd level at the orc leader.
Okay. Magic missile does not miss, so all I need from you are damage rolls.
That is, since it's been cast at level 2, that is 4 d4s. He is using the Fury of the Small, which will give the first attack additional 10 damage. First one, 13 damage. Second one, 4 damage. 2 damage. And last one. And the 1.
So you said 3, 4, 2, and 1?
13, 4, 2, and 1. Because Snark is using Fury the Smols to empower the first
Okay.
attack.
So 20 damage. Good to know. That's his action. Does he have a bonus action?
He does not.
Okay. So Magpie.
First and foremost, Magpie. Yeah, Hunter's Mark. She casts, because she's not sure if we're going to be using any, like, cast Hunter's Mark. And first roll. Oh, the wrong thing. Her first attack got a nat 20.
Okay. So that is a critical. Means you roll your
Yep.
damage dice twice.
So 7 total for the 2 damage dice, and plus
Well-
the Hunter's Mark, which she cast on the leader. By the way, I forgot to say.
Yeah,
she's
okay.
aiming for the leader. Hunter's Mark adds an additional 1 to that attack.
Roll it twice. Critical.
Even the Hunter's Mark?
Yep.
Okay. The other Hunter's Mark is a 5.
Okay, so you did 7 plus 6, 13 damage. Okay.
Second attack. God! Okay! D&D Beyond, what the hell? Another no, it cannot be another nat 20. It cannot be another nat 20.
Except the nat 20. Because for all you know, you'll get a crit 1 next time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
God damn. Okay. Damage total from the basic dice is 11. And oh my god. Yeah, fucking I'm just screw the 3 turns. This is ridiculous. 3 and so 6 total on the Hunter's Mark.
Okay. So 33, 44, 50 damage.
Hey,
You can tell he's not looking too good at this point.
okay. This one is just a 20, my third attack, because first round.
Okay, that still hits.
So 1d8. That is 11 total because I got a 6 on the die. And the Hunter's Mark activates plus the extra d8, but okay. 4 on the Hunter's Mark and the extra d8. 8 on the extra d8. Holy crap.
So how do you want to kill him?
Oh shit! Pierce him right in the heart.
So your 3 shots hit home. The orc looks down briefly, goes to utter something, and then just kind of falls over backwards. Upon seeing this, the other orcs surrender.
Snark? Did we just annihilate an orc together?
Didn't look anything special.
Well, now I believe it's time to figure out what the hell is going on.
At that point, with the goblins still wailing away on the orcs and not doing a whole lot besides annoying them, but the orcs are just kind of standing, or just not even standing there, they've kind of dropped to their knees and are trying to look as non-threatening as possible.
Magpie puts her bow away to show that she acknowledges this.
Sai is not doing anything to look any less threatening.
Snark just pulls out his light hammer, just slaps into his palm. Yeah, we're all gonna be nice and behave, that's right.
At this point, over, you see one of the portals activate along the wall, and in through it, you see Stamps' head pop in with a, "So, let me check on how progress is."
Fine lip!
Whoops! Gotta go!
Fine lip!
You
grab him.
charlatan!
You're gonna have to roll. That's a ranged attack to hit, and you're about 70 feet away.
Magpie is ready to fire an arrow at his
Damn,
ass.
40 foot out of range.
Magpie's not out of range.
I mean, to do the thorn whip, you would be out of range.
Oh yeah.
Put my
You
arrows...
put your bow away, though, so
Well,
you wouldn't
yeah.
have time to pull it back out and fire a shot before you went, "Whoops! Gotta go!" And he just kind of bounces back through the portal, because all he did was stick his head in there.
Well, now we know that the trade secret.
I believe we'd better be getting after him before he does RUNNOFT.
Magpie's already running to that portal to see if she can jump back up it after him.
It is staying open, it's not closing immediately.
In we go!
So Stamps has a head start on you, but his joints are kind of old and creaky, and he is carrying the suitcase. But you can see him running off in the distance.
How far away is he at this point?
At this point, he's got about 100-foot lead on you.
Magpie's
Okay.
dashing after him. She ain't taking this.
Oh, Yuki's got this dimension door.
That's the second time this spell has been hilarious.
You can pick exactly where you dimension door to. Where are you dimension dooring to?
Right behind him.
Right behind him?
Well, actually, no, right in front of him.
Right in front of him?
Yep.
Okay. So I don't have stats for him, like I said, but I am going to make him roll a dex roll to avoid turning out like the cultist did.
Okay.
That's a 3. So, Yuki, you are going to take... not a lot, but... you're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage from him effectively kicking you as he trips over you and slides along the ground for a bit, leaving a small trench. I mean, he is a warforged made of metal, so he's going to, kind of plow the ground a little bit. And he's unconscious. A 2! I rolled a 2!
It's the cultist all over again.
Yuki staggers up, wipes the blood off her cheek, You're not going anywhere,
Is everybody
Rust
still there?
Bucket.
Because everybody turned robotic on me for a second.
I'm still here.
Still here.
Yes, Discord is doing that. We need to get Discord a diaper. It's still green for me, so.
Green here.
Technical difficulties, folks.
Yep.
Good job, Discord.
We'll get Discord a diaper later, okay?
Okay,
Okay, yeah, I can hear it now.
Okay, we back now?
I
Yes.
think so.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I don't know if you heard, but he's unconscious.
Yes, I heard that. And I
Okay,
said,
after me
and
rolling a goddamn 2.
yeah, I said Yuki staggers up, wipes the blood off her cheek, and goes, "You're not going anywhere, Rust Bucket."
Of course
He doesn't
not.
respond.
I think he's KO. This is the cultist all over again.
So, moments after that happens, a half-orc shows up wearing what kind of looks like a sheriff's outfit and goes, "Pardon me? Might I inquire as to the identity of that metal being you have there at your feet?"
His name is P.M. Stamps, from what we understand, sir.
That's what I thought.
He had a goblins enslaved, and he was defrauding these people and robbing the local farming co-op.
Seems about
Was it-
right.
No kidding. We were sent to investigate the co-op part and kind of solve the whole problem, apparently.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Chief Marshal Horst Rayner of the Gallistaean Marshals. We've been hunting this particular varmint for a good long time.
Gallistaean Marshals? I ain't never heard of you.
Yeah, you wouldn't this far in. But this particular bastard right here's been giving us all sorts of troubles out in the outward areas of the Isles.
I see.
Did he show you his bodega trick?
That was the first thing we saw. He was demonstrating some magic oven that worked via portals and enslaved cook goblins.
I gotta work together with law enforcement to get those portal ovens out. This will be the third place he's hit with those damn things.
It sounds like he's wanted in your jurisdiction. What do you plan on doing with him?
Oh, we've got a program for people like him. See, he's kind of useful. See, he has skills we could actually make use of, but we just need to get the program completely set in place.
I'd hate to be one of the ones working with him.
You and me both, but I don't got a choice, and they don't pay me nearly enough for it.
Well, either way, sir, thank you very much for letting us know, and we were happy to help you catch him.
Yeah. Thing is, once he sold enough of those ovens to people, not only would he have the money from their ovens, but he'd coerce those goblins into doing his bidding some more, and to activate the portals from his side and go in and steal everything in the house and then leave.
I'm really glad we poked around a little bit then, huh, boy?
He's done it twice so far. This would have been his third major area hit. But now we got him, and we can take every coin he stole out of his hide in community service.
Again, Happy to help, Sheriff.
I'd love to ask Stamps what he thinks about all this, but I'll take him quiet. He's an awfully noisy fellow when he's awake.
Tell me about it. Like, you just see Magpie's eye twitch.
So the Galistaean marshals, thank you for your service. I'll be taking this varmint away so we can get him secured away and we can get him started on his rehabilitation. And the guy tips his hat to you. Ma'am? Ma'am?
Yes.
Sirs? And he just kind of slings Stamps over his shoulder, grabs the suitcase, and starts walking off into the distance to... Well, you don't see any vehicles over there, but he's probably got something.
Let's get the food back to the co-op and let the foreman know we may have solved the problem.
Well, at least we'll never have to see the likes of PM Stamps ever again.
You know, you say that. You say that. And just because you say that, because you said it, I'm certainly not seeing this bastard again.
Well, I get the feeling that technically this ain't his last foray with my family, and I don't know why.
So I assume that you find somebody that works at the co-op and you manage to demonstrate that yes, there was a portal inside of that cavern that led to directly into the warehouse.
Yep.
And with that, this adventure is over. Unless you have other things you want to do.
Nah, it's not as good. He just wants to mission over so we can get away from this slot.
Magpie is just happy she doesn't have to hear that guy talk ever again.
#1 rated salesman.
Yes, he is. I wonder if he has any business rivals.
Who could rival the great and powerful Stamps?
Who indeed?
Anyone with the spell Dimension Door. In other words, Yuki.
Freaking Dimension Door, man.
It's called Trip Up Door at this point, the way we use it.
It is a very useful spell.
Yes, it is.
Hilarious.
I
It is a
know.
hilarious spell.
And no thrown gnomes this time.
Nope, just
Didn't even have to throw a gnome, no.
a flying fox.
The silver streak. Anyway, now that things are wrapped up, time to go. Bring for close. I have not been your DM. The Baben over there has been your DM, Sherrod.
Who? Mate, Stamp stole all my seat cushions. Damn it!
That's called karma.
You have Ladymage.
Adios, amigos.
And we have the Land Stars, J.K. Lanson, and StarprincessHLC.
These nice seat cushions for the low, low price of $19.97.
That's 2 cents more cheaper than usual. It's a bargain.
Exactly.
Special
Star,
sale, buy one, get one!
Star,
Accurate.
get your... Start objectify your boyfriend so he stops doing this.
I can only do so much.
Damn it, his chaos cannot even be contained by love. Ah! New plan.
So until next time, later, folks.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care, everyone.